This podcast episode is brought to you by Itopia Life Herb House, where cannabis and culture combine for a one-of-a-kind experience. Visit them at 10A West Kings House Road, just across from the Canadian Embassy. Also, follow them on IG at Itopia Life or their webpage at itopialife.com for the latest info on strains and merch. I remember that last line by heart.
Remember it now.
This podcast is also brought to you by
Lothian's Boutique. Follow them on Instagram at Lothian's Boutique. Guys, you can use my code Ariane10, that's ARIANNE 10 to get 10% off your next month of purchase. And they're over in Portmore at 23 West Tradeway, Portmore.
Also, people, Fix merch. All right. Go to teespring.com/store/thefixja and get the black tee with the white logo. They said shirt or Javier wear that right then out. Point little low, Javier. All right, the blue tee with the faded logo. The Fix mask, as well as the Fix mug, as well as our brand new merch up on the site right now. Fix Things. Fix Things pullover, not hoodie. You can get the zip up pullover. You can get the premium. You can get the premium pullover. Fix Things
hoodie
pullover at teespring.com/stores/fixja. Again, we just want to say big ups to Fix Nation for their support. If you want to support us, as we say, there's the PayPal link in the description of every video that we post on YouTube. On here what happened to we were there with the stolen laptops and them thing there. Yeah, if you want to support us, these are bar goods, by the way. Don't watch these. All right. If you want to support us, PayPal link is in the description box of every video that we post on YouTube.
You know what? I feel like we need the Sarah McLaughlin.
In the arms of
the actor dog name that we need.
Yeah, probably. But big up to everybody who has supported us thus far. It has not gone unnoticed or unappreciated.
Thank you, guys.
Big up the whole of Fix Nation.
I've always wondered, for you, like you started out so early, as we say, and you know, have this pressure. Like, was it a blessing or a curse? You would have to say to start out so early and to get the success so early in your career. Was it good or bad to you?
I mean, I can only say it's been good for me because, like, I think like the reason you have to look on, like, everybody have a why them do something, and the reason why I started doing music was, of course, everybody know who my father is. So I started music.
Freddie McGregor.
I started music early, but just being fascinated by having the privilege to observe that process firsthand. Like, my father built a studio when I was probably like 5 years old, so like I get to see all of them legends, like Sly and Robbie, different people are coming in and out of the studio, and like my song I get created from scratch in front of me. And then would I hear them on the radio and be like, yo, remember me see like the guitarist I do that today, and then and then my father would carry up on tour and then I see him perform the same song and I see them make. And then in front of 40,000 people, and to me just at like 6-7 years old, I was just like, yo, like I see that whole thing come from scratch. So me, they just want to be a part of that, just like, not even like, because obviously we're young, we never need to make money or nothing, but I just did want to be a part of like the process and just that get excited about being a part of music. So that's what it drive me to do it from so young.
Yeah,
so
but
like,
then you say you reach a ceiling. And I'm like, ceiling?
Because
you're
people
like 20,
now see,
like that ceiling would have been like when they are 22, 23.
No, but again, because people now see the in-between years. People see like the success and whatever, but like my first thing with music was like when I was 5 years old. I did do a song. I started out as a vocalist. I did do a song named School Done Rule. It was on a compilation, like a kids compilation thing. So then 5
Kids
years.
Bop?
Yeah, like it was something like that. No, it was a Japanese. And then so after that, like years, the next 10 years now, then I start venturing into production stuff. And then so it would have looked like I was an overnight success at 14 years old. But it did take me like 10 years to get to that. So like my work, all of them time. So when I bust at like 15 or whatever, I already have like years of me I tried to do that. So you know, that's what I mean. So like after, and then the next decade on top of that after, and then so to me, like mentally too, is just like my work and like my putting all of them.
Because you've lived like 2 lives.
You live looking life as young as you've been.
You know, like you've pretty much like can retire now and like you do 20 years at a time.
No retire.
No, but no, like you do like
You basically don't retire from a genre already. Like, you say you reach a ceiling, brother.
No. But
most people who do 95 at 20 years before them say, yeah, I've done enough.
But even when I said that statement about reaching a ceiling, it's not me wanting to stop it. It's just like it's kind of just like it's because with everything I forget everything space too. Because like even that was one of the issues for me. It is like it did get to a point where it's like my sound was the only sound. Where just like it's kind of start leave from. I did just want, like I said, my start out just want to be a part of music. I did just want to be involved. Not whenever I plan like take over me, I go run the place. I just don't want to be a part of it, whatever that looked like. And then at some point, it was just my sound. And then if it wasn't my thing, then other people start make rhythm with sound like me, and then it just become this world of something. When I have no external inspiration, like oh, the next man I do that kind of thing. So it's just
like no producer wouldn't have a problem with that, and I say, oh, my sound was the sound, and using the sound.
But like I'm just a fan of music first, more than anything. So I just want to be involved and not like. And my intention was never ever to run the place ever. I don't ever think like that, and I don't think from a competitive place either ever. It's just like I just want to do what me I do and try to do that well, and then whatever that look like after, I can just go wherever.
Was this always your feeling?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Come on, ask you like. When you're young and you hear your first rhythm out the road, what was that feeling like? You must
excitement,
feel
man.
like, say, me around the world now.
Call everybody when we know, yo, turn on the radio, no, blah, 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 yeah. Because like I said, that's when I started, I just didn't want to be involved. And especially like, when you think about the time period, like when me, Boss, or whatever, like, them time there are some serious producer there out. Like, you have to have like Don Carlin, Scatter, Birch, and like, all our Renaissance, and probably that's it because them was before me time, like just everybody did just step on fire. So like for me, even get a chance to get involved in that was like you have to come with like a top tier thing. Like no, I think the bar kind of much lower. Like no disrespect to anybody, but like them time them have to try find a way like yo, how am I gonna get in like 15 of this even barely. So it's like it was more of a like it's an exciting thing like yo, for try blend in and just try, and that's how I figure out my sound. And like approach it from like the hardcore, like the dark kind of cinematic kind of vibe where my sound they come with, because everything else at that time was like you know like Elephant Man them and just and then me kind of help shift that to like a different sound. But like
I kind of want to cry now.
As I bring back childhood
right?
memories, though.
She get emotional. She think about like high
I think
school.
about them time. They get really nostalgic. But like, I ask you, like, how hard was it for you to even keep humble during them time?
I think it come back to the same thing, like your why. I did just want to be a part of music just to be a part of it. I never have no other external motive. Like enough people want the music so them can be popular or so them can get girl or so them can make money or whatever. Which all that is fine. Any motivation is motivation. But me to just want to be a part of music. I just love it so much. I just want like me hear something on the radio, me hear like down them rhythm, scatter them rhythm, and just like yo, man, I love my rhythm play in the middle of all of this. Like that's all me did want. Like, I never even know how music make money. Like, I just didn't want to do it. When I start make money, I just like, oh, we can do this for real and like, let's do this alone. Then I realize.
Like, when all the way I go to school for try pass CXC, try get CSEC, go university, try figure out what we want to do with life. You by 16.
Try
like,
make cold steam.
You're like,
Unsuccessfully.
No,
I'm making money. I have no need to go to school or anything else. Like,
no, I mean, I did well in school still, just for the record. Big up Arden. The teacher them would have sick if we never passed.
I wanted to ask you though, like, what was the learning process for you like? Because I've always been interested in it. Like, I don't know if I can be a producer, but it's something I'm interested in. And I always wanted to know, like, what was the learning process? Because I just think you have to be super gifted and, you know, you just catch it easily.
I mean, I think it's a kind of loaded answer because, like, no is a lot different if you want to do it now because there's so much resources and whatever. Like, technically, anybody can get involved now. But, like, I mean, like I said, I personally did have the advantage of, like, being around all of those greats that my father did have around. So I could just observe and see when a man build a rhythm and be like, ask him some questions like, yo, how you do that? Blah, blah. So that, I did have that.
No, so it's safe to say you're a prodigy.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, but But yeah, and just like I just did have the genuine interest, so I would take the time. So like even when I was going to school, like me and never one of them youth that would did their school when school done. As school done, me gone. Come, I just want to mess with instrument and like we want just then on the street and see when things are going. Like me never ever the school after school done, and nobody never know me. Even when I have rhythm, I run the place. People at school never know says me under them.
Really?
I never used to talk about it on. I just like go school, do my work, and then go man. Like you said, go do my different life.
Because at first you're of course like just a beat maker, just making beats and you never have the label of producer early on, right?
Yeah, kind of. Cause I did start out. I think I did start like sell rhythm to people and whatever. When I was probably like 11, 12. And then just like local producers and different people. And then I start build rhythm for other people and try the projects by myself. So them time like when I have cartoon rhythm and blah blah blah, and then it got to like Red Bull and Guinness and like Power Cut and whatever. Them time I'm start like establish as like, oh, I'm a producer and like but as a young youth too. So it takes some time for people to wrap them head around it. Yeah. Because at the time I was so young. So
I'm sure your dad was like, bro, you can really make money off of this. I know you didn't call me bro, son. You really can make money off of this, right?
Yeah, I mean it kinda is the next thing for just like having parents that allow that kind of thing to, cause like even when my father built the studio, it was never a pressure situation. Like, he never even suggests that any of us try to do music. It's just like the studio there, and build it for him, use it and whatever. But and if we're not interested and can do it, it's never like, yo, do music to whatever. So him kind of just allow and just watch it happen and just grow into it gradually like that.
Yeah.
Could you detail the steps that you made from selling beats to being an actual producer in the sense that you are right now?
I think so. It's kind of just like networking, because it start out, people talk and that you tell Freddie little son can build rhythm, and then a man Lincoln and you build a rhythm for him, and then him tell somebody else, and then people come to you, and then you start end up in a situation where the studio with artists who them a record too, and then you start get relationships like that, and like people start link with you directly, and it's just networking really.
Yeah, because I mean, what was the process like when? I think we're using the word process a lot. What was it like though when people say, oh, Freddie McGregor? I'm sure it was, I think, Freddie McGregor's son, and he's like, him can say, and like, oh, let me hear, because I'm sure there was a little skepticism there to say, well, really? Yeah. And then for them to listen to it, and then it's like, whoa, well, you're really good at this. So like, what was it like to prove yourself to these people who,
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like it's like a good pressure maybe, because the expectations high, like you said, because my father is such a major player already in the game, and then so when your name attached to his now, it's just like, oh, me hear him say, cause him this better good, and that's even why I come under so much pressure with my sound, because then the whole thing like we're going now, like man say, oh, Stephen that make like real dancehall, and it's like hip hop, what them call it them time, the island pop dancehall, and all kind of something. So it's just like it put enough of the focus on that because the expectations are high. But I mean, to me that was all I know still. But
and did anyone ever reject you though? Like, was anybody was like, nah?
Yeah, I mean, naturally, because you're new in anything, so you go through.
Time for the get back.
No, I mean, not. But I mean, there's artists I'm work with where like we eventually have relationships with where just never get it at first.
Yeah.
And
so it's after them seeing the success and how everybody, like people really love it, and I guess you kind of change the face of dancehall in that sense. Yeah. Like they're like, oh, let me
yeah, I mean, and I guess, and I mean, in retrospect, I understand it, because like a young youth in a school uniform, I have a CD with some rhythm, man, I like playing like, because nobody at the time wasn't doing that at my age, so it's just like rhythm.
Kid, get
and
out
then
of
with
here.
the purpose that I try them time to link people like not on the grounds of like, oh, I'm Freddie's son, listen to my rhythm, or just like, yo, I have a rhythm. So of course, I get like enough. Walk around because of that, but I think it's part of the process. You can't skip the struggle.
Even like, the shadow of Freddie's son, was that a driving force for you in how you do your thing? Because of course, big Freddie McGregor shadow might be there for you. Was that in your mind at any point say I need to differentiate my thing from my father's things, establish myself and my musical part different from what my father do?
I don't think I ever think about that to be honest. I can't, because I mean, I think I naturally was doing something else anyway. So I never have to like actually think about it like, oh, let me try to differentiate it. I'm just there to me regardless. But again, having that on your shoulders, basically, it helps you for kind of go about things. Because like my father is like a respectful figure too. So it helps steer you up on a place where like, I can do certain things like, and represent myself certain way. Because I have like a family responsibility as well as my career and my own brand. So like it's more helpful than anything, I think. For me personally. I don't know how somebody else would have maneuvered it.
And were there people there out there saying, oh yeah, do that, and your father this, and
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Especially like the type of song them and them something.
yeah.
Like.
Of course, you say like you there go on the darker part, and of course, your father known for, you know.
Yeah, and I think him probably get enough of that pressure there too. But again, is that just a testament to him allowing all of us to just be and just like explore upon our own. Because like him wouldn't pressure me about like the song them where the man them record for me or whatever. But because you know, so that's just me. I build my whole situation. So you know.
What you say is your first memorable rhythm out there?
I mean, I think if I can walk through it quick, it's just like I think when I did do the cartoon rhythm, that's when I did start get the first sense of, oh, this might turn into something like for real. Because then, you know, like big up Kurt Riley, he was one of like the first people who was really like just playing like even before I have song on rhythm, like him that play it and a remix song on it and like he might give me an energy like, yo, this is how it feel like for have your rhythm up playing like the juggling and like the excitement, and you just feel like, yo, this can really work. And then obviously after that, Red Bull and Guinness and all of them set, I think that it just like blow up. So then it become like a real situation, just like, oh, this like, and then we kind of start learning it too, and I start like see the reactions like you said outside, go pass and them thing there, and see how people are receive the music, and then that even changed how I approach production too. Because I start thinking about what it looked like outside.
It even old enough to go pass man.
No, but you know.
No, because like when you create even like Power Cut and the Red Bull and Guinness and all those things, like what were you like thinking about? Like what was your mind state when you're creating these rhythms? Like what you wanted people to respond, how you wanted people to respond to that, if you had any?
It's just like it's all of that was just from what me was being influenced by. Like all of them things like sound like Timbaland kind of vibe and like Neptunes and all of the stuff I was being influenced by as a 15-year-old or whatever. So it's just like and so I wasn't even thinking about people, to be honest. Me just would make something that feel good to me. And just like, yo, this crazy, yo, imagine if our artist record on this. Like that's what my thought process was like. Remember like when we just link Elephant Man and think for the first time, we're like, yo, if Elephant Man voice for me, like, yo, mega boss, like them kind of vibes. And like a big up Ellie too, cause him one of the first man that really give me that strength too.
Big ups to one of our favorite artists, Jack Sparrow.
But you know, just that kind of vibe, and it just so my kind of in my own world I do that, and then but it just happened that it resonates to everybody.
It's just amazing how your brain works, because I was watching the Apple Music producer that he did, and you built the thing from scratch. You even used her voice. Like how was that experience for you?
That was cool, honestly. Yeah, when I go, I never know when my dad got doing it. I was just like, because I was really going from scratch. So I was just like, walk out and see everybody just like. Just make a rhythm, I guess.
And that's your process from like from a little to.
Yeah, because I think I could have comfortably do something like that because of my early stages of like when I sell rhythm to people and like you have like a room like this with like probably 6 people and then 6 people just look funny like this. And like in front of a drum machine and just like
but see what he was smooth, like it just so cool. The man say, yo, me I build this from scratch, me know me I do. And then just to see how it flow, it was just amazing.
No, because one of the things too, because even with like Power Cut, like the feeling, the emotions that come from Power Cut is like you want to fight somebody.
Different man. No. The thing is with it that, but also it Mary took a Christmas. So we also have a Christmas fight. A Christmas bout, if you will.
Like them influences come from like I said, everything I was being influenced by, and then just all influence. Cause like I did always have a thing where I did always try approach things where I could make like a different drum pattern from what everybody I use, or like again, it just like go back to people who look up to like Sly and Robbie and Steely and Cleaver, them type of people that were just always just change the game. So it's like everything I got that way there. Like I said, when me bust everything that dancehall sound completely different from what my style was. Like I didn't even have artists that was popular at the time who tell me so like that sound that can't work. Cause it's just so weird from everything else. So it take time for get to that's so popular artists, but
and then they want vibes for you afterwards when them see it work. No,
I mean, me don't keep bad vibes like that with nobody, but like, you know, but it take time for build up to that, to that kind of thing. So it's just all taking influence and just like, so that's why I feel like even now with enough of the argument them where people talk about like the trap dance and all of that, like you have to allow, I think, people to explore and get to it. You know, like if somebody did come to me when me I try to explore and say, no, dance is supposed to sound like this. I don't know. Who knows if I would end up make what I make for myself. You know, like because I would just be like, oh, I have to follow this thing and don't get a chance to explore and come up with rhythm more memorable to we know.
It's interesting you that said that, you know, because people can look on you and say, you said that and do that now, you run the place, but then look where you end up.
Oh,
you see me?
Yeah.
You end up overseas waters and do international sounds. So that's you. People say, you see where the money there. You see where the real things are at.
Yeah, and it's just like I think again, because like when I bring up the same trap dancehall thing, I face whole heap of that same backlash by myself them time there. Like the kind of single out me, like Steven mash up dancehall and him change the sound and sound like hip hop. But it's I think I just said the same thing to Anthony Miller at the time. I was telling him that like all of this argument cool, but as soon as something become a success outside, then everybody argument dead.
Well, that's why everybody keep on saying like once a hit song, hit massive song come from it, then
then they can't. Then it's a hit. Like you can't. You gotta just argue with yourself. Like it don't make sense. So it's just because it's music. It's like it's not no real rules or guidelines, and there's ways, of course, for represent your culture, but you can still explore. Because like power cut and them rhythm that don't sound like a dancehall rhythm. But the songs on it, like it not get more dancehall and hardcore than that.
And that's what I'm saying is like even though the sound of it might not, but it's just instinctively we just say it's dancehall.
And it birthed a whole big clash gully guys or something, and like it turned into a whole thing where when we look back now it's like that was a essential part of
but then even culture, so when you going abroad, it's almost like you still have to get like people want you because of dancehall. People want to work with you because of your dancehall roots. So it's not you get any opportunity to explore beyond.
Because not everybody. I mean, a lot of people who I work with now don't know anything that I've done dancehall wise, or later on in our relationship, like somebody will text me and send me like a song and we do like a pocket rhythm and be like, yo bro, you did this, this I used to love this, I didn't know this was you, like them kind of thing. So it depends on the setup.
The greatest one night reggae and dancehall show on earth is back with you. Watch it online December 26th, Boxing Day, Sting 2020. Are you ready?
Yes! You know how long me I wait for this? Me ready long time.
Come back with blood in my eye. Come back with blood in my eye.
Sting 2020.